What's going on, everyone? Guided by Jesus here, back with another Clash Royale video, and I'm very glad to be back with you guys, and this time bringing you a Minor and Elite Barbarian deck. As you guys know, the Elite Barbarians are very powerful right now, and so I've made this new deck incorporating the Minor and the Elite Barbarians, and I'm doing very good with it. I am at over 4,000 trophies with this deck as a level 10, and as you guys can see, the levels of my cards are not all that good for a level 10 player, almost level 11, and at 4,000 trophies. As you guys will be able to see in these replays, I do face a lot of level 11s up here with higher level cards, and so that just goes to show that this deck is actually pretty good. And guys, the reason why I hadn't uploaded for a while is because the end of the year gets extremely busy for me at work. That is the time of the year where it's the busiest, and so that is the reason why I wasn't able to upload. So I do apologize for that, but I'll be back to uploading on a regular basis, guys. So as you guys can see, my opponent here is a level 11, and he is using the Bowler Graveyard deck, and this is a very strong deck. I use the Elite Barbarians here to counter this Graveyard, and that was very good because now I have Elite Barbarians, which he has to worry about there, and he does stop them with an Ice Golem with the help of archers. And so I am gonna have to study a way here of getting past the Ice Golem and those archers without, allowing my Elite Barbarians, which are 6 elixir, to die off. So the way I might do that is maybe I'll save the archers to deal with the graveyard instead. So I noticed that I had more elixir, so I used the Minor there just to chip at his tower and allow him to be the one to have to push first. I do just allow this graveyard to do damage to my tower because I had already placed the giant there on the left, and so I knew my Elite Barbarians were gonna make a move towards his tower, and he would have to deal with my Elite Barbarians, otherwise they would do a lot of damage, which they did. Brought his tower to half of the HP, and watch what I do here with the Minor, guys. It tanks for the archers, and look at that. With one single push, we are able to bring his tower down to 240 HP. I just did a knot on his head there because I'm pretty sure he assumed that I was gonna back up the Elite Barbarians instead of backing up the giant, which is what I did instead, guys, and that really got him. So I'll use the fireball here not only to damage the tower, the bowler, and also pretty much render his mega minion useless. All my mega minion had to do there was get one hit, but I saw that there was a possibility that it wouldn't, so I zapped instead just to make sure that I dealt with that mega minion. And guys, only 10 seconds left on the clock here. It is okay for me to let him take this tower because I have his second tower at 800 HP. He says thank you because he noticed that I didn't even defend against the graveyard, but I don't think he was aware that his tower was all the way down at 800 HP and my tower at 2,500. So I used the Minor there to tank for the archers once again, and those archers have really high damage per second, bringing his tower all the way down to 27. All I have to do is now zap or fireball, and that's how we win this game, guys. So a very good match here against a higher level player with a very good deck as well. Now this second match I want to show you guys is also against a level 11, and he's using the Royal Giant, which has been very strong lately in the meta, and it's a level 11 Royal Giant, guys. Pretty good level here, and he's also using the Elite Barbarians, and so let's see how I'm gonna play this off. His Elite Barbarians are also level 11, higher level than mine. I just go ahead and fireball there because I knew that if I didn't, both of his Elite Barbarians would have survived with considerable amount of HP, and they would end up inflicting a lot of damage to my tower. So I go ahead and start a push here with the giant. I'm gonna use the tombstone here to stop his hog rider. He does zap, but I don't even do anything else to stop that hog rider, because I know that his main push is gonna be on the right side here, which is the tower that he inflicted the most damage. Knowing that I'm going against a level 11 here that has already inflicted a lot of damage to my tower, I think the smart thing to do is to just focus on one tower gain. And look at how much damage I was able to do there with the giant and mega minion. That is one thing I wanted to tell you guys, is that this deck that I built just allows you to make so many different pushes. You could push with minor mega minion, minor archers, giant mega minion, elite barbarians. It just has an infinite amount of ways in which you can push with, and that is very, very good, because it just allows you to defend with whatever you want to defend with, that is going to be able to effectively defend, and then whatever you're left with is also a good attack. So to me, that's very important. Watch what I do here. I use the miner. It's going to do chip damage, but which is gonna force the opponent to have to do something against the miner. If they don't, that miner is gonna deal 400 to 500 damage to the tower, as well as tank for the mega minion archers or whatever it is that I have coming from the back. So he does take down my tower here first, guys. It's okay, I have more elixir, I have archers coming down the right lane, and I've mounted a strong push here on the left. So he's going to use his elite barbarians to stop down my elite barbarians, but I now have my giant and mega minion on his tower. I'll use the fireball here, and unfortunately, guys, I missed the minions. I wanted that fireball to hit those minions. That was a huge mistake by me, and even still, we're in the lead here. We're now in overtime, and I'm mounting another strong push here with the giant. I'm gonna use the miner there to do more damage to his tower, and this time I will not miss his minions. So now his tower is at 187. All I have to do is cycle to a miner or a fireball. So let's defend here against these elite barbarians, and we do so effectively. Now I zap for a quick cycle, get the miner in, and the fireball is not even going to make it in time, because the miner actually takes down the tower faster, guys. So that is another win against a higher level player with higher level cards. And here we are against another level 11, and he is also using elite barbarians, but he is using a giant. So I chose different replays here to show you guys how this deck performs against different kinds of troops, of army compositions and decks, and a very smart play there by him using the ice golem to distract the elite barbarians, pull them away from the tower while the musketeer took them down. So as you guys can see, I'm up here, and it's not like I'm showing you guys replays playing against bad players or players with bad cards or bad level. All of these guys know what they're doing. If they didn't, they wouldn't be at the 4,000 trophy range, guys. So I used the giant mega minion push here. Like I told you guys, infinite amount of ways that you can attack. So he does use the giant very wisely there to distract my mega minion. So I'll go ahead and use my elite barbarians here in a way in which they will make a push with that mega minion, and once again he uses the ice golem there to distract my elite barbarians. That is a very, very effective play of his. So I used the fireball there to take down the musketeer, in fear that he could have placed maybe a giant or something there in front of that musketeer and mounted a very strong push. And now I have the miner and archer combo. He does use the elite barbarians there to stop the miner, so the miner does not do all that much tanking there for my archer. So now my mega minion here is gonna help me stop his Elite Barbarians and keep it from inflicting too much damage, we are now behind not only in HP but also in elixir, guys. So it is not looking all too well here, but now I do know what my opponent is playing with, and that is where improvising and adapting comes along. So I decide to place my giant for the first time all the way at the back there, and I'm gonna start doing a strong combo on the right and using the Elite Barbarians here on the left. So he is forced to use all of his troops there on the left, not being able to back up his giant. So his giant is going to be almost useless here, except it's going to take down my tower, but that's okay because now he doesn't really have tanks there on the left. I also took down his tower, but look at the push I have on the right, which is gonna force him to deal with that and allow me to build a strong push here on the left. So I will use now the zap to just get my giant to do more damage and have his tower redirect its attention to my Elite Barbarians. So my giant was able to put 1 or 2 more hits there into the tower. In a single push, I brought his tower down to 600 HP. Very, very strong. I'll use my Elite Barbarians to deal with his, and they will have the help of not only my archer tower but as well as my king's tower. So now one of my Elite Barbarian actually survives. I'll use the fireball here to take down the mega minion, and the musketeer is one shot now, and all I really have to do here is cycle to a miner and a fireball or a zap. And so that's what I'm gonna do here. Just gonna make sure I defend against his giant. So I'll use the miner now. It's going to tank for the archers, high zap and fireball, and that's game, guys. 2 seconds left on the clock. That was a very, very close one. Another win against the level 11 with higher level troops, guys. So that is the deck I wanted to show you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to try out this deck and let me know in the comments below, guys, how you guys do with it. I really wish you guys the best of luck. I hope that you guys can have the success that I'm having with this deck, and stay tuned, guys, for more. I want to thank you very much for watching this video. Really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like button and comment. And I want to just ask you guys to subscribe if you would like to see more Clash Royale content.